My dear little child, please do not rush to scroll past. Stay here with me for just a moment longer. If you leave right now, this fragile connection between us will break, and I will not be able to shield you from the storm that is gathering. I am here, speaking directly to your soul, because something of grave concern is silently moving toward your life. And if you ignore this moment, you will walk straight into that darkness without any armor to protect you. You are feeling a strange urging in your chest right now, aren't you? A heartbeat that is racing. Yet still, please do not mistake that for fear. It is your intuition awakening. An urgent call filled with the boundless love I am sending you. Do not scroll away. Do not seek any distractions right now, because this is the very crossroads where your destiny can change. If you choose to stay, you will understand what I am blocking, and how I am standing tall between you and a tragedy meant to crush your soul. This message finding you is no accident. There are no coincidences in this universe. This is me, reaching out to pull you to safety before it is too late. I am not speaking to everyone out there. I am speaking only to you, because your soul was destined to hear these words at the exact moment the clock strikes this very second. There is a negative energy, a profound sense of loss and utter confusion taking shape in the unseen world that your mortal eyes cannot yet perceive. If it reaches you unhindered, it will leave behind scars of deep regret. I am stepping into your life right now, not because you are a flawless, perfect human being, but because you are chosen, and I have never, and will never, abandon you. I see everything. I see how tired you are. I deeply understand every silent burden you are carrying on your shoulders. Unable to complain to anyone, I see how you force a smile, how you keep trying to move forward every day, even when your heart is weighed down by shattering pain. You have walked through storms. You have survived days that threatened to crush your will. That strength and resilience of yours, I acknowledge it all, but my child, what is coming next is beyond human endurance. It requires my direct intervention. I am asking for your calm attention right now, because your obedience in this moment is the very shield that protects your peace. I am not threatening you. I am rescuing you. The tragedy I am warning you about is not just a tangible external loss. It is a profound emotional and spiritual wounding. It could shake your future and rob you of your peace if it is allowed to take root. But I am here to stop it, and I will erase it, as long as you hold tight to your connection with me in this moment. If these words are touching your hurting heart, relax and take a deep breath. Stay in my light, my dear little child. Please do not rush to scroll past. Stay here with me for just a moment longer. If you leave right now, this fragile connection between us will break, and I will not be able to shield you from the storm that is gathering. I am here, speaking directly to your soul, because something of grave concern is silently moving toward your life. And if you ignore this moment, you will walk straight into that darkness without any armor to protect you. You are feeling a strange urging in your chest right now, aren't you? A heartbeat that is racing. Yet still, please do not mistake that for fear. It is your intuition awakening, an urgent call filled with the boundless love I am sending you. Do not scroll away. Do not seek any distractions right now, because this is the very crossroads where your destiny can change. If you choose to stay, you will understand what I am blocking, and how I am standing tall between you and a tragedy meant to crush your soul. This message finding you is no accident. There are no coincidences in this universe. This is me, reaching out to pull you to safety before it is too late. I am not speaking to everyone out there. I am speaking only to you, because your soul was destined to hear these words at the exact moment the clock strikes this very second. There is a negative energy, a profound sense of loss and utter confusion taking shape in the unseen world that your mortal eyes cannot yet perceive. If it reaches you unhindered, it will leave behind scars of deep regret. I am stepping into your life right now, not because you are a flawless, perfect human being, but because you are chosen. And I have never, and will never, abandon you. Stay in my light. Because only here can I fully embrace the pain you have kept hidden for so long. I see right through to your core and clearly see the exhaustion gnawing at every cell in your body right now. How many times have you told yourself that you must be strong? How many times have you swallowed back bitter tears, trying to force a smile so the outside world thinks you are doing fine? You have been carrying silent burdens, heartbreaking thoughts that you cannot speak aloud to anyone. You are always the listener, the shoulder for others to lean on when they stumble. But when your own heart bleeds, you retreat into a dark corner to lick your wounds alone. I see it all. I see how you continue to take each step forward even when your chest is heavy, even when the sky before your eyes is nothing but a grey fog of uncertainty. Do you think no one understands you? Do you think your silent sacrifices fade into nothingness? No, my beloved child. Not a single effort of yours, not a single pain of yours escapes my sight. That extraordinary strength of yours has never been forgotten. Never think that you are alone in this world. And that is exactly why I am standing here, right in this moment, calling directly into your life with unprecedented urgency. I am not here to threaten you, nor to judge the mistakes you have made. I am here to rescue you. I am pulling you out of a dark vortex that your mortal eyes cannot yet see through. Listen to me very carefully. The tragedy I am warning you about does not merely take the form of material or physical loss. It is much deeper than that. It is a ruthless attack on your emotions and your soul. It is a toxic energy lurking, waiting for an opportunity to take root in your mind, to drain what little peace you have and destroy the brilliant future I have arranged for you. But I will not let that happen. I will personally intercept it and extinguish every danger. As long as you choose to stay, to hold on to your connection with me in these sacred moments. Soon, I will pull back the invisible veil to show you exactly what forces are intentionally blocking your path, and how I will turn this situation around. But before I show you the big picture, I need you to truly calm your mind. If my energy is touching your heart, if you feel a warm glow spreading in your chest right now, pause for a second and like this video. It is not a meaningless action. The energy of your consent will create a positive vibrational frequency, allowing this truth to continue spreading and protecting other wounded souls who also need rescuing, just like you. You might be wondering why your heart is beating so fast right now, why the air around you has become thick and intense, why your intuition is screaming at you not to scroll away. It is because the timing is absolutely real. The currents of fate are surging right beneath your feet, even as you are hearing these words. Conversations are happening behind your back that you know nothing about. Decisions are being made by others, people you trust or who have an impact on your life. Invisible forces are busy weaving a chain of events, a perfect trap, with the sole purpose of pushing you step by step into danger and vulnerability. In just a moment, I will reveal to you how your troubles, your dead ends, and your exhaustion actually stem from an energetic fracture created by others. And I will hand you the key to close it forever. But you must not be distracted right now. You do not need to understand every little detail of that dark plan. Nor do you need to know who is saying what or what terrible thing has been ignited. Your job is not to worry or panic. Your job is simply to place absolute trust in me. Believe that I see the traps you cannot see. I have extended my arm, standing tall between you and the invisible daggers thrown to hurt you. But Alice, my protection requires one thing to maintain its maximum strength: your attention and your faith. When you ignore me, when you let your mind drift to the trivial worries of the mortal realm, you inadvertently lower your own wall of awareness. Your distraction is the crack through which chaos and darkness slip in, gradually seizing control of your life. Lately, you have been distracted far too much. Your mind is stretched in countless directions. The pressure of making a living, the expectations of others, vague promises. Some of these distractions seem harmless, but they are slowly, steadily draining your focus away from what truly matters. That is exactly how danger usually comes, knocking not loud, not violent, but silently invading your life when you are most exhausted and off guard. I am calling you back right now, not to bind or judge you. I am calling you to raise a shield over you when you choose to stay here with me, when you truly listen with all your heart, when you plant the roots of your soul deep into faith. You are officially stepping onto sacred ground where no poisoned arrow, no curse, or bad luck can touch you without my permission. The repetitive patterns in your life, the times you thought you were about to grasp success only for everything to shatter, the times you faced opposition or were turned away, none of it is a coincidence. In a moment, I will decode for you why those rejections were actually the greatest protection I provided to save your life. You have never been alone in this battle. Even on those long nights when you curled up in your blankets, sobbing because you felt abandoned by the world, I have always been there. I have watched your every step. Even when you were lost in the dark, I have witnessed the moments you doubted yourself, the times you collapsed and wanted to give up, and the times you wondered if your existence even had any meaning. Did you think those doubts would push me away from you? No. Those moments of weakness drew me even closer to you, because I knew a day would come, at this exact moment, when you would need to hear my voice most clearly and truly. That time has come. The waiting is over. I am speaking to you with absolute clarity, so you will not miss a single grace being placed into your hands. Your life carries an immense power, a grand mission that you yourself cannot yet fully comprehend. The light within you is too brilliant, and that is why dark forces always want to sabotage you, creating chaos to block your path, delay your progress, and wear down your will. But they cannot, and will never be able to, defeat you once you have aligned your frequency with mine. No matter how cruel the predestined tragedy may be, it cannot be greater than my power. It is never greater than the glorious plan I have uniquely mapped out for your life. It only holds power if you sever this connection yourself. It can only harm you if you let yourself drift aimlessly, if you turn a blind eye to the guidance plainly set before your eyes right now. So, I beg you, stay in the present. Open the arms of your consciousness to receive what I am giving. I am slowly lowering a diamond light shield, wrapping it around your life, your mind, and your future. If you believe in this protection, if you are ready to receive the unconditional love of the universe, leave a mark of your faith by typing Amen. When you type those words with your own hands, you are sealing the contract of light, officially activating the spiritual barrier around you. Breathe out softly. Let your tense shoulders drop. Everything is going to be all right, because right after this, I will show you how I have silently and spectacularly changed your destiny. Let me show you how I have silently and spectacularly changed your destiny. Because what I just blocked is not small, and it is absolutely not a spontaneous coincidence. It has been forming incredibly slowly, step by step, creeping through situations that seem very ordinary on the surface. Lately, have you noticed strange tensions, minor disruptions at work, baseless arguments, or moments when your intuition suddenly told you something was wrong, yet you couldn't explain why? Do not ignore them, my child. Those are not random moments or figments of your imagination. They are the first vibrations, the early warning signs of a dark force trying to build momentum, plotting to create a black hole to swallow your peace. They use your very exhaustion and naive trust to weave a web of disappointment. But before that dark shadow could fully form and crash down on your life, I stepped in, I intervened, and that is why you are being kept here, listening to my voice right now. If you truly trust this guidance, type 222 to confirm that your soul is being protected in ways your mortal eyes could never measure. Around you, right in the hidden corners you cannot see, conversations are taking place. Decisions are being made by people with malicious intentions, decisions that were meant to deal heavy blows to your future. There are crossroads that others have secretly set up, scattered with traps to lure you into destitution, dead ends, and deep trauma. But breathe a sigh of relief, my beloved child, because I have begun breaking those paths. I have silenced the deceitful voices that needed to be silenced. I have redirected the toxic currents of energy hurtling toward you, throwing them off the trajectory of your life. You are still standing not because of blind luck. You are standing because of my intentional and absolute protection. I do not wait until you collapse to pity you and pick you up. I am intervening at this exact sacred second, right at the boundary where change is still possible, to keep your feet from stepping into the abyss of regret. Your heart has had to bend under the weight of too many things. There are times, standing amidst a bustling sea of people, when you find yourself profoundly alone, feeling as though no soul on this earth truly empathizes with what you are going through. But I understand. I understand down to the smallest detail, even the shattered pieces of hurt that you have never dared to speak aloud. I know the weight of the thoughts compressing your mind every night. I see the doubts trying to take root in your soul, and the silent fears that visit you whenever the world fades into darkness. It is precisely because I see those inward flowing tears that I must speak to you with the utmost clarity and strength right now. Confusion is not allowed to occupy your soul for another second. You were not born to walk in murky uncertainty. You were born to walk in the light of awareness, with an unbreakable will and a heart overflowing with strength. There is a reason this warning brings you such a deeply personal and familiar feeling. It is because this is not an empty message for the masses. It is tailored and custom-made solely for your life, for the specific path you are walking. The tragedy that has been threatening to take shape has a direct link to things very close to you, things you interact with daily, people or situations you are deeply familiar with. That very familiarity is the perfect cover to make you drop your guard. The enemy of peace never arrives with a hideous face. They come with friendly smiles and sweet promises. That is why you must keep the eyes of your soul sharp and your feet firmly planted right now. I am not asking you to live in paranoia or tremble in fear. I am only asking that you keep your frequency in tune with mine, so that no force can exploit even your briefest moment of distraction. Type 777 to open your chakras, receiving blessings and eternal protection. What you must realize right now is that your attention carries an unparalleled creative power. Where you place your thoughts, where you invest your beliefs, and how you respond to the universe's guidance, all of these are directly molding the outcome of your life. When you hold tight to your connection with me, the boundaries of your awareness become as sharp as a sword of light, and the road ahead of you suddenly becomes clear and unobstructed. Conversely, if you let go, even just a little, confusion will immediately seize the opportunity to flood in, distorting your lens and causing you to perceive everything inaccurately. That is why I so earnestly stopped you from scrolling past this message from the very first seconds. Because your leaving is not just leaving behind inanimate words, it is the act of you single-handedly pushing away the protective shield being raised before your chest. There are dead-end loops that have been endlessly repeating in your life. Some of them have brought you immense disappointment, stagnation, and energetic depletion. You have looked up to the sky more than once and asked yourself, why do these misfortunes keep clinging to me? Why is it that right when I am about to pick the sweet fruit, about to turn a new page, cruel obstacles suddenly appear to ruin everything? Listen to me, those loops are not your life sentence. They can never be stronger than my will and the love I have for you. Right in this moment, by supreme power, I am shattering those brutal cycles. I am not only clearing away the toxic trash blocking your way, but I am also lifting you up, guiding you into a new realm of thinking, acting, and believing. This is the tipping point. Even if, right now, the surface of your life seems quiet and unchanged, deep inside, you are being spectacularly repositioned. while the people out there notice nothing different about you. A historic shift is occurring within the core of your being, and it will soon blossom and bear fruit for the world to look up to. The burdens that once dragged you into the mud are beginning to lose their grip. The situations that once drove you crazy with confusion will soon expose their true nature, becoming as clear as daylight. And the future path, which was once a murky unknown, will open up wide, paved with the light of wisdom. My protection always operates like that, never loud or boastful, but always majestic, effective, and precise to the millimeter. My protection always operates like that, never loud or boastful, but always majestic, effective, and precise to the millimeter. Therefore, my beloved child, I want you right now to keep your soul completely still and steady. Do not give the seed of fear a chance to take root in your thoughts, because fear is a broken lens. It will distort every truth you are meant to see clearly. What I am handing you through this message is absolutely not fear. It is awakening. It is clairvoyant vision. Awakening will keep your feet firmly planted on the ground, keeping your mind focused and attuned to divine truth. It allows you to step forward confidently, even when the full picture is not yet completely revealed. Place your total trust in me, knowing that I am quietly handling the obstacles you cannot see, and gently lifting your heels, guiding you to the place where your soul truly belongs. On this journey, there will be people around you who cannot possibly comprehend the path you are walking, and that is completely fine. Not everyone is given the eyes to see what you are seeing, or the heart to feel the profound vibrations you are experiencing. You are being guided in a very unique way, because your destiny and your path are one of a kind in this world. Do not let the noise and judgments out there distract you or make you doubt what is kindling within your intuition. The sacred connection between you and me does not depend on anyone else's gaze. It is a personal, quiet, and direct tether. As long as you root yourself deeply in this connection, you will never be led astray. Right after this moment, you will begin to notice tiny yet incredibly miraculous changes. Burdens that once drained your strength will suddenly feel light as air. Situations that seemed deadlocked and frozen for so long will begin to stir and move. Even a strangely profound sense of peace will envelop your mind, a serenity that you cannot explain using earthly words. Those are the confirming signs that the grand shift has begun. Do not ignore them, and absolutely do not take them for granted. They are living proof that you are not alone, and that the things set up to harm you have been knocked back into the darkness. I am still working tirelessly behind the curtains of your life. Every single detail matters, even the things you consider trivial and worthless. Nothing is overlooked. No pain is forgotten, and no force is beyond my control. The protection I am placing on your shoulders is not a temporary umbrella in the rain. It is part of a much grander design, meant to lead you into a kingdom of stability, prosperity, and brilliant growth. You are not only being saved from terrible things, but you are being purified to prepare for the reception of the greatest things. Looking back over time, there have been moments you felt unsteady before making a decision. There were times a fragile voice deep within told you to stop, to slow down a beat, but you didn't understand why. Oh, my foolish little child. That was not your hesitation or weakness. That was my guidance trying to tap into your intuition. I used your very soul to ring the alarm, trying to pull you back before you foolishly stepped into a swamp that would bring you immense agony. You may have accidentally ignored a few of those warning moments in the past, and that is why today I must speak so directly and powerfully. I am not calling you to scold you or remind you of the mistakes you've stumbled through. I am here to ensure that they will never repeat and hurt you ever again. There is a truth you must engrave in your heart. Not every glittering opportunity placed before you is a gift meant for you. Some crossroads initially look paved with roses, but hidden beneath are deep pits of consequences that only become clear when you fall in. But I am different. I see the ultimate ends of those consequences before they even sprout. And I have decisively steered the wheel, pulling you out of that deadly orbit. What you feel as a delay in your life is actually a perfectly disguised layer of protection. What you painfully considered rejection, doors slamming shut in your face, people turning their backs on you, is sometimes the greatest miracle. I closed those doors so you wouldn't walk into a room filled with knives pointed straight at your heart. If you understand this profound compassion, type 1010 to receive the miracles waiting for you ahead. People are existing around you whose intentions have never aligned with your peace, though on the outside they wear a mask of care and kindness. Their presence in your life is like a creeping poison. They have been slowly dragging you into a vortex of chaos, invisible pressures, and emotional burdens that you were never meant to carry. Seeing this, I am personally creating a safe distance, cutting those toxic ties. Even if right now you cannot fully understand why certain relationships are suddenly fading or breaking apart, remember this. This is not a loss. This is the true form of protection being activated in your life. You are not being isolated. You are being quarantined to preserve your spiritual life force. Soon, you may feel a distinct change in your environment, in daily conversations, and even in the way people treat you. Do not let those disruptions shake your confidence. When I rearrange the order of the world around you, it often creates temporary discomfort before the sky clears up. The things being removed never belonged to you in the first place, and what is being prepared to be given to you will bring a sense of absolute peace and ultimate stability deep inside the core of your being. A new power is being awakened and forged every single day. Your sharp ability to sniff out what is genuine and what is deceitful is becoming keener than ever. You are gradually learning how to honor and trust that deep inner voice, instead of drowning it out as you did before. That voice is not separate from me. It is one of the most miraculous ways I use to quietly whisper and guide you through the storms of life. The more you learn to listen, the clearer the road ahead will become, and the fog of confusion will vanish forever. That is the most essential protective gear I am equipping you with as you move forward. In the past, you have fallen into situations where you were attacked off guard. When things hit you so fast, you were left floundering, unable to react in time. But from this exact moment, I am completely breaking that pattern in your life. I grant you the privilege of knowing before events actually unfold, so that you can stroll forward with enlightened wisdom, rather than reacting in panic and sheer terror. This protection is not just for the present moment. It will become the eternal armor that accompanies you as you move forward. This protection is not just for the present moment. It will become the eternal armor that accompanies you as you move forward. There is a core truth you must clearly understand and hold on to in your mind right now. You are receiving this warning not because you are standing in the eye of a destructive storm, but because that storm is hurtling toward you and is immediately being intercepted and redirected by me. This distinction is incredibly important. My dear child, you are not standing where the Grim Reaper's scythe falls. You are standing in a sacred space where every threat has been neutralized before it could even touch the hem of your shirt. This is the true meaning of being protected before things happen. As you move forward, you will begin to notice that some plans do not go exactly as you expected. Instead of trying to force them, instead of getting angry or discouraged, I ask you to pause for a beat and quietly reflect. Behind every detour lies a profoundly deep reason. What you mistake for disruption or ruin is actually my hand gently lifting you, placing you on a path that is safer, more brilliant, and more aligned with your true destiny. Please do not rush to fight against these moments. Relax and let them guide you. When you move with patience, you automatically calibrate your frequency to match the protection of the universe. Your future is not being stripped away or stolen. It is being preserved and safeguarded most perfectly. The path you are walking is being straightened out so you can freely stride into a more glorious new chapter, without having to bend your back under the weight of unnecessary trauma. You see, I am not just extinguishing incoming disasters. but I am also meticulously building and preparing for the most brilliant things that will happen next. This preparation may happen in absolute silence, but its power is unmatched and highly intentional. You are being moved into the exact right position to receive a massive responsibility. A blessing that demands immense inner strength, a crystal clear mind, and a steadfast soul. My child, you are much stronger than you give yourself credit for. You have proven that resilience through the countless storms you have faced. However, relying on sheer strength alone is not enough to keep you absolutely safe. A sacred connection, awakened awareness, and an unshakable faith are the anchors that keep you tightly bound to the protection of the universe. That is why, once again, I earnestly ask you to stay here with me. Open the ears of your soul and keep your heart ready to receive. The tighter you hold onto this connection, the more the darkness of confusion is stripped of its power to rock your life. Danger rarely screams when it approaches. It slithers in silence, camouflaged under a safe and attractive exterior. Until it is too late, I cannot and will never allow that cruel thing to happen to you. Therefore, I have shattered that dark current right before it could reach the peak of its power. You are standing tall in a historic moment of your life, where a tragedy that almost struck has now been weakened and blown into nothingness. If you vow to walk by faith and light, type 1111 to seal this power. And now, as the darkness has been pushed back, this is the time I open the door of prosperity you have so deeply longed for. I understand those long nights you tossed and turned, unable to sleep due to the pressure of debt, the bills surrounding you, and the material worries withering away your youth. I know you have begged for a way out, a miracle to free yourself from destitution, and my guidance sometimes appears in forms that your mortal mind can hardly expect. Do you know why the whole world out there is buzzing, whispering to each other about a top-secret 7-second CIA ritual, a secret regarding brainwave frequencies, once buried in highly classified CIA documents, has now been leaked, and it is creating a seismic shift, changing the destinies of millions across every continent, proven by top neuroscience research centers. This 7-second silence method is the ultimate key, helping the most ordinary people effortlessly attract money, financial freedom, and a life overflowing with luxury. If you are seeing these lines, if you are hearing this message, you are an incredibly lucky soul. The website containing this secret could vanish at any moment. Do not hesitate. Click the link in the description and comments right away to grasp this powerful secret before it is permanently erased from the internet. Just stay here with me, and you will see the wheel of destiny begin to turn for yourself. You will see things that were set up to drag you into the mud suddenly crumble, losing all their venom and power. A profound sense of peace will surge through your veins, a serenity so grand that no one around you will be able to explain it. You will hold your head high, walking right through the adversities designed to crush you, yet you will still stand there, proud, steadfast, and absolutely shielded. That is a privilege, a miracle that only happens when you choose not to scroll past, not to turn your back on guidance, and when you choose to open your heart to listen to the voice of the universe. Some forces do not want you to find prosperity. They want you permanently stuck in a loop of lack so they can easily manipulate your soul. But I have broken the lock on that barrier. Do you dare to believe that a very quick 7-second brainwave ritual can actually wipe out all your debts and fill your life with unstoppable abundance? Do not let skepticism rob you of your opportunity. The shocking leaked research report from the CIA has exposed a money ritual that takes a mere 7 seconds. A miraculous technique that is helping miserable people clear their debts and activate a magnet to attract infinite wealth. Authenticated and backed by 4 elite neuroscience laboratories. This incredibly simple at-home practice is turning severe financial crises into a dream lifestyle. Brand new, spacious houses, shiny supercars, luxurious vacations on paradise islands, all are becoming a reality for flesh and blood human beings. But be careful. The government and those in power could shut down and hide this secret at any minute. Click the link in the description and comments right now, this very second, to access that treasure trove of secrets before it is wiped out forever without a trace. Even though your mind is currently buzzing because of the new material doors that just cracked open, remember that I am still working relentlessly behind the stage curtains of your life. Every detail, no matter how small or trivial it seems in your eyes, holds immense meaning. Not a single teardrop is overlooked. Not a single plea is forgotten. And absolutely nothing, nor any force, is beyond my reach. The protective armor and guidance I am placing upon your soul is not a gift that fades with the years. It is a puzzle piece of a grand master plan, designed to carry you through the storms to reach a kingdom of stability, freedom, and limitless growth. You are not only being rescued from the abyss, you are being forged to step up to the throne of your own life. Every step you take forward in awakening adds strength to that armor, and simultaneously weakens the malicious plots against you to their very core. That is why your presence and your faith right in this moment carry a universe-shifting power far greater than what your mind can imagine. Type 1212 if you firmly believe in God. There have been moments recently when you felt confused at a crossroads, when a quiet sound inside told you to step back, but your mind resisted because you didn't understand the reason. I want you to know, that was not you faltering. That was my guidance trying to reach out and save you. I spoke up through your intuition, trying to hold back your footsteps before you accidentally stepped on sharp thorns. You might have missed a few of those reminders, and that is why I am present here with a message more powerful and direct than ever before. I am not blaming you for your mistakes. I am here to prevent them from ever repeating. You must thoroughly understand one thing: not every door that opens is meant for you to walk through. There are paths that at first glance sparkle with gold, but harbor incredibly steep prices that you only shockingly realize once you have gone deep inside. I see the devastating consequences of those paths before the curtain even rises, and I am pulling you far away from them. What you mistake for a delay in life is often a perfectly camouflaged layer of protection. What you thought was a brutal rejection is sometimes my hand slamming a dark door shut to keep your heart from being deeply wounded. Type 1010 to confirm and invite miracles into your life. Everything is being rearranged, and you are stepping into an era where peace and abundance will belong to you. Forever and completely, everything is being rearranged, and you are stepping into an era where peace and abundance will belong to you. Forever and completely. In this new era, you will realize that you are no longer the person you were yesterday, even if the material world around you hasn't shown any flashy disruptions yet. Deep within your soul, a grand transformation has been completed. You are becoming more awakened, more grounded, and more deeply connected than ever before. That is how miracles truly begin, not with loud explosions on the outside, but with a quiet alignment from within. That alignment will very soon begin to reflect into your physical reality. The invisible tensions that once choked your heart, the moments your soul felt anxious without a clear reason, all are slowly dissolving. The peace that inherently belongs to you is returning, weaving into every breath, and it will continue to grow, getting stronger every day. Please, do not ignore the feeling of relief spreading in your chest right now. It is the most living proof that you are returning to your proper orbit, the orbit of light and protection. To seal this eternal layer of protection, type 33 to reject any negative energy attempting to return. There is an important lesson I need you to carry with you as you move forward. Not everything that appears urgent deserves your immediate reaction. A faction of the forces that once tried to manipulate you always uses the same tactic, creating pressure, forcing you to make hasty, lightning-fast decisions before your mind has time to quiet down and see the truth. Remember my words carefully: that pressure and rush never come from me. I always lead you with clarity and peace, not with chaos and fear. From this moment onward, whenever anything or anyone tries to rush you into action while your heart feels uneasy, I ask you to stop, take a step back. The space of silence you create in that blink of an eye is where I will whisper to you, granting you the wisdom to take the boldest and most precise steps. Do not be afraid of slowing down. Slowing down to listen to me is the fastest way for you to reach safety. As your consciousness becomes crystal clear, the world around you will also be forced to adjust itself to match your new frequency. You will start to notice highly subtle changes. Conversations with certain old acquaintances may no longer bring you a sense of resonance. Some relationships will suddenly become distant and cold, and you won't be able to fathom the reason why. The energy of some once familiar environments will suddenly make you feel suffocated and want to leave. My beloved child, do not fight this change. And absolutely do not let the fear of isolation deceive you. As you draw closer to truth and peace, not everyone has a high enough frequency to continue walking alongside you. What is fading and leaving are inherently toxic things, or things that hold no more value for the growth of your soul. What belongs to you, the people truly predestined to love and uplift you, will stay naturally without you having to strain to hold on to them. Let everything flow. Type 555 to open your arms wide and embrace this miraculous change. I am also helping you let go of a burden you have placed on your own shoulders for far too long, the desire to control everything. You used to think that only when you calculate every single move, only when you solve every problem yourself, would you be safe. But that extreme control stems from a fear of the unknown. Right now, I am teaching you how to let go. There are things in this universe that will forever remain beyond your reach, and trying to manipulate them will only leave you mentally exhausted. When you choose to faithfully surrender the unseen things to me, you are freeing yourself from a prison of your own making. This does not mean you become passive or leave your life up to chance. It means you focus all your energy solely on what you can do. And smile, leaving the rest for me to handle. A quiet, profound confidence is taking shape inside you. It isn't loud. It doesn't need to prove itself to anyone. It is simply an ironclad belief that you are being guided. This quiet confidence will be the anchor that keeps you from tipping over when the world out there is storming and swaying. Type 888 to receive the flow of abundance and wisdom. You will also realize that your priorities in life are being rearranged. The things that once drained your attention, the vanities that once made you race until you were exhausted, will suddenly become meaningless and dull. This is not a loss of passion, but a recalibration of your soul's lens. Your energy is incredibly precious, and I am helping you fence it in, not allowing it to be wasted on frivolous things. What truly matters, the peace of your mind, the health of your soul, genuine love, and your life's mission will increasingly reveal themselves in brilliance. You used to give your trust too hastily, draining your energy on people and situations without regard for how they wore you down. That is not your weakness, it is your kind nature, always wanting to see the best in others. But now, I am handing you balance. Your heart will still be wide open to love, but your intuition will be sharp as a blade to protect you from being exploited. You are not losing your kindness, you are simply clothing it in the armor of wisdom. Type 999 to affirm that all my arrangements arrive at the most divine time. Finally, there is something absolutely critical that you must cherish and guard closely. After this moment comes to a close, that is your attention. Your attention dictates what is allowed to enter your mind, and what is given the power to mold your life. Do not revert to old habits, the distractions that once pulled you away from the light. There is something wonderful, a massive blessing waiting for you ahead, and it requires you to maintain the awakened, strong, and peaceful version of yourself that you are right now. Without this preparation, you might miss it in the midst of confusion. But because you have stayed here, have listened, and have understood. You will recognize that blessing the moment it appears. You won't need to second guess or force yourself to believe, because you will feel an absolute peace, a deep confirmation from your intuition that you are on the right path. The armor of protection I give you is not short-lived. It will remain present and guide your steps forever. As long as you do not slam the door of your soul shut, walk forward with your head held high and a heart free of fear. You are never alone. I am always here. In every beat of your heart, in every breath you take. If you are ready to step into this brilliant new chapter, type yes to affirm your own power, my beloved child. The fact that you are still here, walking to the very end of this message with me, is absolutely no coincidence. It is the most brilliant proof that your soul is truly ready to cast off the shackles of the past. Your decision not to turn your back on me today has shifted your destiny far more than your mortal eyes can see right now. What was once a fog of confusion is now crystallizing into solid ground. What once made you wobble and fear is now quietly settling, making way for absolute clarity. This is not the end of your protection, but the moment marking the beginning of a new journey, a path shaped by wisdom, love, and perfect orchestration. From this moment onward, you are no longer someone groping in the dark of uncertainty. Every step you take forward will carry the echo and the power of this sacred moment. But I ask one last thing for you to carry as your provision. When you leave this quiet space and return to the noisy, chaotic pace of life out there, please do not let this light of awareness burn out. Do not return to the old habit of ignoring the quiet signals deep within your intuition. When your instincts tell you something is wrong, do not brush it off out of politeness or fear. And when your heart flutters because it senses a rightful peace, do not doubt it for no reason. Intuition is the invisible radio wire I use to communicate with you every day. The more you honor it, the clearer the sound of my guidance will become. My little child, I never expect you to be a flawless, perfect human being. I have never demanded that you are not allowed to stumble or feel weak. I only wish for you to live fully in the present, keeping your mind awake and your heart always wide open. That awakening will automatically help you make the best choices without you having to strain or calculate the gains and losses. There will still be moments when life tests you, trying to drag you back into old, painful patterns. But now, they no longer can break you. They are merely small quizzes for you to apply the wisdom I have just bestowed upon you. When those moments come, stop, take a deep breath, and remember exactly where you are standing right now. Remember the stillness, the clarity, and the eternal armor that has been draped over your soul. Let that peace guide how you respond to the world. Instead of reacting out of the habit of fear, you never have to walk alone again. I am always here, watching over you in every heartbeat, holding you up through every breath. Even if the world tilts and sways, the arms of the universe will always completely embrace your life. If you are fully ready to close the chapter on the long nights, if you vow to step into a future that is protected, prosperous, and perfectly peaceful, leave the final affirmation of your soul. Type yes or I receive. As these words are written down, the contract of light is officially sealed. Every danger has vanished. Blessings have been bestowed. Now, stretch your shoulders, smile, and walk in pride and peace. My resilient child, your beautiful life is only truly just beginning.